right. So, we're gonna have a discussion, right? I didn't buy games on PC to have the console experience. Just saying, right? Like, I don't do that. I pay for PC, I expect the PC experience, right? If I go to the shop and I buy a chocolate, it says it's a Snickers. I open it up and it's a piece of dog poo. I'm not having the chocolate experience, right? Now, in game, now there's a lot of sort of like issues, and I've got a high-end PC, right? So that's how I know there are massive issues with certain aspects of this game, right? We have 30 frames a second across everything outside of the in-game gameplay itself, right? But when you're in-game fighting, okay, it then goes to 30 frames for fatal blows, for intros, outros, for the fatalities. It's just very, very jarring, right? Now, Ermacker over on Twitter has released an unofficial patch. I don't know if he's released it, or testing it, right? But all of this crap here, okay, is actually done in 60 frames, right? This, when you see his video and you compare it to this video, right, we're talking smooth shaved, baby. I mean, we're ready to get down, right? That's how good it is. And this is, how is it that a dude on the internet who doesn't get paid by Warner Brothers is able to fix their crap? Somebody explain. Well, you should have just got it on console. I don't want to have that console experience either. Well, this is are people slow or something, right? Make the game specifically run to the advantages and the disadvantages of the hardware. Considering that every single game, including the console games that you play, are all made on a PC, and then they're just dumbed down to stick on your console experience, right? Don't get me started, man, right? Don't give me that shit, right? Now let's load up a game, right? So hopefully you guys will be able to see it, because this video is obviously being recorded at 60 frames. It's very jarring, especially too in invasions. It is just absolutely crazy, right? It is absolutely crazy, right? And so we'll put it on CPU, right? All very slow. All super slow. We'll go Living Forest, right? But they need to fix this. Now in MK11 on PC, they actually fixed this, right? What they actually did is they actually patched in 60 frames crypt and menus and stuff like that. If your PC could handle it, they did it. I don't understand. Q-Lock, if you're watching this video, man, what are you doing, bro? Is there a clause or something in the creation of this game that states that you have to leave the console experience on for a little bit for PC? It's very jarring. Very, very, very jarring, right? Now, in-game, right, it's actually smooth. Like, it's actually all nice and 60 frames to a degree. There's some issues and stuff like micro stutters and things like that, but like I said, it's she don't even let me get a hand in. Right. Now I think throws might be the same as well. I think throws dropped to 30. I'd have to check. Oh. Trying to talk and concentrate at the same time is difficult, right? See if I can do my fatal blow. Here we go. So this is where it slows down. You can see the frame rate just, it goes literally in half. It's not smooth at all. If you load up MK11 and if you have the, the 60 FPS patch running, it's all perfect. It's really well done, right? Look at that, man. It's awful. Absolutely awful. And they do this for fatalities as well. It's just, it's... Every time there's some sort of like cinematic experience, it's the same. Now, in the story mode, there were some issues. Not so much with the fighting, but sometimes the cutscenes would have issues. Invasions mode is literally locked at 30 frames outside of the fight. I don't understand how a mode that is designed in that manner, you know, with very little sort of impact visually, it's on like 60 frames. Oh, sorry, on 30 frames, right? It's just ridiculous, man, right? So, she's all over me. I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. This is just annoying the shit out of me, man. Right? Not to mention I'm going to do a whole other video about the mechanics of this game. Because by God. I should have put it on just very easy just for showing. But you can see like the gameplay is smooth, even though it's a crappy engine. Right? Like it's still got this ridiculous fighting engine, right? I'll be glad one day when they get rid of it, right? Maybe the clowns out there love it so much, but it's awful. You know, so Invasions is locked at 30 frames, right? The I don't think it matters so much with the cinematics for the story mode if they're whatever, because it's, you know, it's more cinematic experience, I suppose. But everything else is providing that console experience, right? It's awful, like bloody awful. And they know they could do it. Now I'm running a RTX 4090. I got a i9 13900K, 32 gig of DDR5 RAM. This game should not be running at anything less than 60. Okay. It's like recommended graphics cards at 1080 Ti. Like that's like 6-7 years old now. It's ridiculous. It is very jarring. And this is what happens. This is what happens when, like, you know, like Qlock's a competent developer, don't get me wrong, right? That's why I wonder if there's like some sort of clause or whatever that's, you know, that is in place to, you know, to stop them sort of having, for whatever strange reason, 60 frames across everything. Do they think that, like, somehow, you know, like, people aren't going to buy it on console? I'll show you Invasions. I can't deal with this bullshit engine right now, honestly. Like, yeah, but just if you're watching this video, yeah, the actual fighting game engine itself is still absolutely trash. In fact, I think it's going to be worse than MK11 ever could be. When it comes to, like, defensive measures. Check this out. I'll show you Invasions quickly, right? Also, oh yeah, when you go into the towers, you select the towers, that's all 30 frames as well. Right? But you see, you watch how slow this is. Now, they'll patch it, don't get me wrong, like, this is... I think somebody was asking me the other day about, oh, you know, should they get it somewhere else? I'm like, no, like, they'll fix it on PC. This is just bringing more awareness. Okay? You literally, like, this is the funny part. The rest of the game, like where the game actually matters when you're actually fighting, is running at 60 frames, right? There's no reason whatsoever to, you know, to do that. Actually, I'll go, is it there? No? No, I don't want that one. Oh, hang on, where did I go? Was this new one I went to? No. Maybe it is. Oh, that's... No, this is new. I just need somewhere where I can run around. Yeah, here we go. Right? Look how slow this is. You can tell. It's just... Yeah, go away. No one cares. Right? Plus, there's a little bit of, like, stutter as well. I mean, why is it stuttering? Right? Why does it have little stutters? There's no reason for this game to stutter. It's not a teenage boy asking a girl out on the first date. Right? There should be no stuttering at all. It's very, very jarring. And then when you get into, like, the actual fighting of it, the actual fighting's generally smooth. Like, unless, you know, whatever. Now, this game is constantly online. Like, constantly online, right? I had it disconnect when I was actually playing... I had it disconnect when I was actually playing, like, when we were doing the story mode. The story mode. Right? You know, Ed Boon and NetherRealm and all that sit there talking about their bloody, offline experience. Single player experience, but that single player experience is absolutely tied to the internet. So if you don't have the greatest internet or anything like that, it's going to cause issues. It's going to cause disconnections, right? And that's a problem. That's going to be a major problem. So, like I said, like, the in-game is smooth, but outside of that, man, whew, gee whiz. There's no reason for it. There's absolutely no reason for it whatsoever. So, oh, he's gonna do it. There we go. Introduce the 30 frames. Need that console experience. Oh God, man, it's awful. So, and it's definitely like, you know, it's not because of my rig or anything like that. My rig can absolutely handle it. It is 100%. It is 100%. Everything outside of the in-game gameplay is 30 frames. And they need to fix that. And they need to fix it now. Anyway, guys, catch you next time.